Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I have something interesting. Let's just say that for you guys. So if you don't know, the Doge employees or the team that is working for Doge has been revealed, and people are freaking out because they're young people. So I'm gonna try to, get a little bit of understanding, a little bit of wisdom, and try to make this simple as possible. Hopefully, we can gain some wisdom from any of this. I already have my opinion just based off, but let's see.
President Trump and Elon Musk are moving forward to make significant changes to the U.S. Agency for International Development. And critics are arguing USAID has become a slush fund wasting taxpayer money. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt gave a blistering account of the agency's absurd spending yesterday.
Here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look, because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of
Wait. Serbia? Serbia. Really? 1.5 million for Serbia for DEI. We have to have in other countries. Listen, let's go to Asia and let's invest money. And we're gonna say, listen, China, listen, Japan, you need more black people. You need more black people to run your country. Stupid, man. It's
a DEI
continue.
musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in
DEI musical. Seriously? I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Like this is not funny. This is taxpayer dollars that they're just wasting away.
Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government.
Wow. I hope they were
Exactly.
taking notes. Now we're learning more about Elon Musk's small army to cut the wasteful spending. These young engineers were reportedly handpicked by Elon Musk, and the oldest is just 25 years old, and some of them are reportedly still in college. Joey, I took notes. 1.5 million to advance the DEI in Serbia's workforces.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, USAID.
So I have an anecdote for you. I have a friend. She texted me a few hours ago, unsolicited. Didn't know I was on the show today. She said, I've been a contractor, subcontractor for USAID for 30 years. She said, I've been saying for a long time to my friends and family that it's a wasteful agency. We've done some of the stupidest projects you can ever imagine. Although it's now putting me partially out of business, it's a good thing, and that's what I voted for. That's from somebody who...
I love that. I absolutely love that. And the reason that I love that is for a long time, just being someone that's on the younger side, I'm not, that young anymore, but for a long time, it seems like a lot of the older people just don't care about the young folks. Like they don't care about the future that is left behind. They don't care about the world that is left behind. It just seems like a lot of older people are just trying to get as much as they can. And when you hear someone say, "Listen, I might lose money, but this is a good thing, um, so we can reduce government spending on these needless things," like because and that's pretty much the whole point of people complaining about these kids are too young and they don't know what they're talking about, and Elon Musk and who's running the government, is Elon Musk, is it Trump, and all this other BS. He's his job in all of this is to ensure that every spending is accounted for and we can see exactly where our money's going. And as we're finding out exactly where our money's going, people are complaining and saying, "Oh well, He's not an elected official. F the elected officials. The hell are we talking about, man? Are you do you expect people who are doing the wrong thing and benefiting from doing the wrong thing to all of a sudden stop doing the wrong thing? Or do you want someone that's from outside that has nothing to gain from doing all of this, but just want to do the right thing, and they're coming in and they're trying to clean up everything? What is this? This is asinine, man. This is stupid. But let's
who has
continue.
been a contractor, subcontractor, who has firsthand experience for 3 decades. I think it was Harold Ford yesterday on the 5 said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Sometimes you need to hit delete and then start over again. Because the people that are working in that agency, they were approving these things. So that's a part of their ethos. And if they have to go home and not come back to work, that's probably the best thing that should happen.
Rebecca?
Well,
I
listen,
agree.
it not only is it waste, but a lot of times, a lot of this stuff aggravates our allies and partners. It's ideologically controversial, so it's pushing things like abortion on conservative countries or the LGBTQ issue.
Speaking about that, remember Obama went over to Kenya and brought LGBTQ, all that stuff, and then they were like, "Listen, we don't have those issues. Are you gonna help us with our real issues? Or are you just gonna what is this?" I swear, man. This idealistic BS, it's starting to get irritating because there's nothing valuable in any of it. All it is just virtue signaling, you know? People are just trying to seem like they're good when they're not really good. Like all this talk about DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, you do realize that all of this is just so that these businesses and these people can make money off of you, right? Make money off your emotions, make money off of your struggle. It's the reason why we always see slave movies in theaters. Like it never stops. To make money off your struggle. Listen, you know that slavery existed, but every single year you will absolutely go to the movie theater and you'll watch another slave movie and you'll watch another thing that is subsidized by all of these people to tell you how pathetic you are and how terrible of a situation you came from and blah blah blah, and make just to make sure you stay down. Because if you stay down, then you can achieve the American dream that everyone's been trying to come here for. It's very weird that we tell people and we want all of these illegal immigrants to come to the country, and we want them to be able to get rights and want them to be able to do this so they can have the American dream. But at the same time, these same people tell you that America is a racist country and America is it needs to be overthrown and needs to be thrown out, and these make up your mind, people. Well, let's continue.
Or climate ideology, and it aggravates our partners and allies. Of course, it aggravates a lot of Americans as well, and sometimes violates the consciences of Americans. Don't even want our taxpayer dollars to go to these things. But I think the larger point is USAID was never meant to be purely charity, purely altruism. It's supposed to align with American foreign policy objectives and make sure that we have countries that are siding with the United States against our adversaries. Last point, recently went to a trip to India. India, conservative country. We want to partner with India to counter China. The Indian officials I talked to said they were irritated by the progressive policies that the Biden administration foisted on them. It hurt our relationship with India. Yeah.
Wow. Why am I not surprised? You know, I know this is supposed to be about the young engineers, and it is, um, but it's a lot of people in America don't realize how the rest of the world views America when it's being led by these type of people like Joe Biden. Like a lot of people don't know it. For example, in 2020, well, actually, no, in 2016, when Trump won, um, a lot of people in Taiwan were celebrating. A lot of people in Hong Kong were celebrating. There's a lot of people all over the world that were celebrating. But it's only here in America that we don't like this guy. It's crazy. But at the same time, we want to talk about world peace and want to talk about all these different things. But we continue to pick these people that do the absolutely stupidest things. And just to bring it back onto subject matter, um, these young engineers, it is a beautiful thing. It is a great thing. It is a powerful thing. It sends a message to the youth that their voices can be heard, that there are things they can do for their country besides going to war and dying. Okay? That is all these people see young people for is just listen, put on and there's nothing wrong with the military. There's nothing wrong with serving your country. But it just seems like a lot of these older folks just think that's all we can do. So you go to war, you serve your country, you come back, and there's nothing for you. But now we have a case where you have young people who are just out of high school, who are just out of college, and anywhere in between that have the ability to go in and actually make decisions that impact their futures. What a wonderful thing! Isn't this the thing that we should all be striving for? Or do you just look at it, young kids, and say, "Oh, well, they're stupid because they're young," but they can drink alcohol, they can drive, they can go to war, they can make sex change operations, they can have abortions, they can do all these things. They have the ability to make all these decisions, but God forbid that they impact the government. It's only their future and the future of younger people that this is all supposed to be, right? Aren't we all supposed to be making this world a better place for the children and the children's children and so on and so forth? It's weird that people are even it's just a weird thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's beautiful. I think we need to see more of this. I've heard arguments of people saying, "Well, why aren't there any black people in there?" Well, I'll make that a separate video. I don't feel like getting into it. This is already running pretty long. But if you guys enjoyed my commentary, if you enjoyed my thoughts, hopefully I'm able to uh, eloquently present them to you. Leave a like. If this is your second time watching the video, please, or watching the channel, please subscribe. Trying to get more subscribers, get the message out there. Hopefully, we can bring more people to wisdom and try to make sense of all of the stupidity that goes on in the world. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces. Bye.